What's happening, podcasters? My name's Sebastian Rusk, and I help marketers and entrepreneurs just like you launch successful podcasts. In this video, I'm going to show you some examples of what a podcast intro and outro should sound like. What do you mean by podcast intro and outro, Sebastian? Well, if you've listened to a podcast before, you hear the introduction of the show, or at least you should. There should be some music playing. There should be somebody talking about the show, introducing the show, introducing what they're going to be talking about today, introducing the host, and then bringing the host in. Sometimes there'll even be a little bumper of a key thing said during that episode that they'll put on after the intro before the host takes over. Again, your show, you do whatever you'd like. I'm going to show some examples of what we've done for shows that we've launched here at the podcast launchlab.com. So let's get right down to it. If you're wondering how to create an intro for your show, well, that's a completely different video, so you're going to have to come back for that one.
Hi, this is Damian Zamora, CEO and founder of Go Mobile Solutions, and I wanted to personally welcome and thank you for joining us today. We're really glad you're here because this podcast is designed for you, our Go Mobile Live community. And now, here's your host, Mr. Sebastian Rusk.
Hi guys, I'm Apollonia Ponte and welcome to the Female Algorithm. This is your podcast to understand what women want, improve your current relationships, or get that woman you desire. Before we dive in, remember you can find the entertaining video version of this episode along with hundreds more on my YouTube series at apolloniaponte.com/videos. Now let's begin.
Are you ready to know what you don't know about social media? Well, then you're in the right place. This is the Seb Rusk Show on Social Buzz on Air. Social Media Radio. Bringing you tips, tricks, tools, and extreme value. Broadcasting from our studio in Miami. And now, here's your host, Sebastian Rusk.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted. Rate and review this podcast and share it with your friends. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you're leaving with some great things that can help you in your life with women every day. Now go out there and get that girl. Until next time.
So we're really proud of those introductions for some shows that we've launched for clients here at the Podcast Launch Lab. I hope you get a better idea now of exactly what a podcast intro is. Once I heard one of the podcast intros, I always thought, wow, I want my show to be like that. I didn't always have an intro. I just had intro music, and then I would just start talking. It was never an actual formal introduction, but every time I hear my own introduction on my podcast show and hear myself getting introduced, even though I put the whole thing together with my audio team, I still get excited, and it makes your show sound and feel professional, and that's what we all want. We can do that with minimal work and effort on here. Find a friend that has a nice voice, have them record an intro for you, throw it in GarageBand, put some background music behind it, and boom, you've got an intro for your show. Now, an outro, didn't show many examples of an outro, but an outro is very simple, and you're about to watch an outro right now of this video, which is very simple to put together and very comparable to the outro that you see on these YouTube videos. All it simply does is say something like, hey, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of the Seb Rusk Show podcast. We sure do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed to the show in iTunes or wherever you consume podcasts, and you can leave a comment and a 4 or 5 star review, wink, wink, if you feel so inclined. We'll talk to you next time. You see the comparison between how I say goodbye to you guys and how a podcast outro should sound. So intro, introducing the show, talking about the show, hype, introduction, the show, outro, hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Call to action, make sure that you're subscribed to the show on iTunes or wherever you consume podcasts. And if you feel so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating and comment with a review below. Of course, always tell people if they feel so inclined. Most people don't like to be told what to do. So with that being said, I hope you now better understand exactly what is involved with a podcast introduction. You're now motivated to put together a podcast intro and an outro for your podcast. And if you do, send it to me. I want to listen to it. My email address is srusk@podcastlaunchlab.com. You can also like the video if you did like it, and you can comment below if you have questions, ideas, thoughts, concerns, videos you'd like to see, questions about this video or any other ones. Go ahead and comment on this video right below in the comment section. I will personally respond to each and every one of you, and that is a promise, my friends. I'll see you guys next time.